And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a party game from Fireside Games called Stringamajig. In this game, you are going to be drawing pictures for other people. This is like many games, Pictionary, etc. Except in this case, you're using a long string, a big circular string, and you can move it. So it's kind of a mixture between a drawing game and charades. Let me show you. In this game, players are going to be all taking a turn twice or once if you're playing with 7 to 10 players. On your turn, you'll have a deck of cards here and a 60-minute timer. And you're going to draw a card here, and then the numbers on the next card will tell you your options of the 4 words that you can pick from. So this says 1 or 2, I can pick either key or jump rope. So if let's say I pick key, I can start using this string, and I've doubled the string because it's a little hard to see the whole string. It's a pretty big string, and you can just try to use a key, and you can draw the key with the string, but you can also do actions with the key. The only restriction is when you do actions with the string is that some of the string must stay on the table, and you must be drawing a picture. I can't just use the string as an action. So if I was doing, for example, clock, I could make a clock, make a round circle here. Again, I'm probably going to make I might make a clock and then put a hand in it and just move it around the clock somehow. And then players are shouting out the guesses. If someone guesses it, I give them the card. And then we go to the next person, the next card, and we keep going until time runs out. There's a few minor things in here. The yellow cards are challenges. When there's a 2-player word, it shows 2. That means you pick one of the players next to you, and together in the air, rather than on the table, you will use the string, and both of you must be holding the string to make what this object is. If it shows this symbol here with no eye, that means you have to do it while your eyes are closed. And then the most interesting of all, if you do this, you make this shape, but nobody can guess this word. If anyone guesses this word, then you discard the card and nobody scores points at all. So that's it. You will each player gets a card, gets a point. You get a point for everyone who gets a card that you've done on your turn. You will add all those points together, and whoever has the most points wins. The cards are rounded corners, and they're really nice that they show, if it shows 1 through 4, you can pick any word you want. If it shows just a number, you have to pick that specific one. The words on here range from impossible to get someone to guess. Every once in a while you come across one and it's like, all right, well, have fun trying to get people to guess that one. Or at least that's in my opinion. There's always one of the challenge words on every card, and they're going to be different. And there are a few blank cards included in the game in case you want to make your own words. The string itself is a very strong string. Think shoelace style, maybe not quite that, but no way is this going to break easily at all. And the timer is a normal timer, and it comes with a score pen. So yeah, it works. So this game comes with a list of the do's. You got to start with the drawing. You move the string, interact with the string, leave part of the string touching the surface, but don't use other objects, don't make sounds, and don't pick the string completely up, except when 2 players are doing it. In fact, well, I'll get to that in a second. But the restrictions themselves, it's up to you guys how much you want to do and follow, exactly. If I'm doing this, am I playing the guitar? Well, no, I need to maybe kind of draw a little bit of a guitar on the table. But what this game does is it allows a great deal of creativity. And it's going to require a somewhat creative group to come up, but when you get that right group together, this game really shines because you're trying to use this string in unique ways. And the words, many of them are written in such a way for me to pull a bucket up from a well, or for me to draw a lion that's roaring, or whatever it might be. And I find that to be fascinating. The 2 categories I like the most, the one with your eyes closed, whatever. But the 2-player one where you're doing it in the air, that's funny. Remember I said the mask? And so both players have to hold the string, and you can put it in front of your face. or whatever. And that's really entertaining, and I almost wish there was a deck of cards for just the 2-player ones as a separate game. And the concept where you're trying to get people to get one word while not guessing another word is a fascinating one to me. I really like that concept. It's the neatest part of the game. I don't know that this game is unique enough, even though it has some unique parts into it, to differentiate it from other party games that are out there where people will look at it and go, wow, that's one of the best party games come out in a while. But it's a solid entry in the list. It does feel different with this string, and with creative people, it's going to shine, especially if you want to do actions and there's things, and you'll find yourself wanting to make sound effects even when you're not supposed to. And I think this one will go down in annals as a good, solid party game. And the name certainly works too, Stringamajig. So I think at this point, from watching the review, you can tell if you will enjoy the game or not. I found that me and my family, it went over really well, and they wanted to play it over and over again. And yes, I think some of the words are harder than others. Yes, just like many party games, I'm not sure the score matters at the end of the game, but you have fun when you're playing it, and that's good enough. Dice Tower Judgment, approved.